Hi folks, guess what? Yes, you've guessed it. My name is Nick. This is a ZxSpectrum review. You know this because presumably you read the title before you clicked on this video. But anyway, stop the cassette player, will do. This game is called Dr. Frankie and the Monster, published by Virgin Games in 1984. It's a platformer horror type game that costs £5.95. It consists of 3 keys. Look at that, 1, 2 and 0, left, right and jump. So you pretty much know what to do straight away. Frankenstein, Monster, written by Mary Shelley back in the day. This game is based extremely loosely on this. There's 9 dungeons if you can get there. We're Dr. Frankenstein down the bottom. We have to collect a couple of objects which basically are the chemicals to make Frankenstein's monster alive in the top right. We need to avoid all these ghost things that look like something out of Pac-Man, and they're flashing a bit crazy. Now, when I do the up button, he'll get to the platform, but he will quickly fall down again if I take my finger off, and you're up against the clock as well. There's time ticking down somewhere or other. Where's the time ticking down? I don't know. But anyway, you've got a certain amount of time. Can't see where it's ticking down. Border flashes when you die. Now, if you had this one back in the day, then let me know. Border flashes when you die in the game, not in real life. So if the border flashes around you, it might be a coincidence. Oh no, kabiff. If you had this one back in the day, let me know. I don't think too many people would have known about it. It doesn't seem to be coded too well. It's very flashy, it's a little bit clumsy, and it's not really that responsive. But anyway, you know what to do. 9 screens, so one senses it's doable, although I'm making quite a bit of a meal out of it. Press P to replay. I don't think we're going to get the title screen again. It's just going to keep going round in circles now. Looks like there's about 4 ghosts to avoid. A minecart that goes across the top for some reason. This brickwork rolling down, you can use it as a platform, but don't get flattened by it. So grab that magenta thing, don't bump into ghosts like that. I do have a poke for this game for immunity, which I'll give a go if I don't get very far, which looks that case. But it seems already my biggest challenge here is to get off level 1. This isn't expert gameplay, you know this, I won't dwell on the fact, but it's how you would have got on the game the first second go. It's pure nincompoopy commentary, which that much is obvious, and we're always beating a stress, or at least trying to. Oh, look, I'm doing okay here. There we go, so that's level 1 done, and Frankenstein's monster flashes his hair, and that means he's alive. Stage 2, and it's green. Screen 2, there we go. So there we go. By my own low standards, the review's already a success. If you want to see other ZxSpectrum views, you know how to get there. For people that don't, they're all in a playlist. Click on my username, takes you to the channel page. Let's get that, oh man. Takes you to the channel page, click on ZxSpectrum or any other system that we might have there. So left, right, jump, flickery ghosts, try and get the timing right there, and bump into Frankenstein's monster in the top right, and then go to the next stage. Now, I'm presuming this game, I might be wrong, I'm presuming once you've done all 9 stages, it will loop right back down to stage 1 again, rather than giving you a game over sequence. If you're one of those few people that has completed the game, then let us know in the in the comments below. Now, £5.95, that's top money back then in 1984. Round about the same time, I've got Attic Attack for a similar price. Is it as good as Attic Attack? No. Are many games not as good as Attic Attack? No. That's one of my favourite of all time, so it's a bad comparison. But how's it doing against platforms of the era? Well, it's okay without being a game to rant about in the playground. The main character is a bit hard to love. He's not like a Horace or a Jet Set Willy, is he? Looks like he's a bit blocky. He's got glasses on, but that's about it. They're trying to give him character there. It's an interesting idea, but it's not an overly special game. It's just about okay, but for £5.95, it's a little bit top heavy. Maybe $2.99, maybe even $1.99 would have been a fairer thing there. So you let me know what you think about the game. It's not just about what I think. You might have a go of it after I've had a go at it to think what's going on here then. But there isn't a Dr. Frankie and the Monster 2. There is a game we reviewed, it's a little bit better, based loosely on Frankenstein, called Frankenstein, I think. So you might want to check that one out. That's better than this. With that one, it's still Frankenstein's monster, but you have to go around collecting body parts for each screen, and so it's a little bit better done than this. It's got a bit more class here. But yeah, the shading on the platforms is, well, they've done a job rather than making it just blank. But yes, not brilliant, but not rubbish either. I don't like the movement. Say you got to jump up and move left or right to get on a platform, otherwise you just fall back down again. Is my timer that magenta bar in the top left? Let's keep your eye on that big nose. Right, I think I will put a poke on now for infinite immunity to see if we can get a bit further. I think that's about 4 or 5. Oh, that hasn't worked. What's going on there? Oh dear. Well, that poke hasn't worked, is it? Oh dear. Sometimes poke works, sometimes they muck about the program. In this case, we've got loads of... Well, I don't know what's happening here. Have we broken into the program? I don't know. We might have to reset this. I've messed it up. I've messed it up royally. This is how you broke into programs and learnt stuff, but it's just a load of machine code. Right, back again. Poke is off. There. 1984 Virgin Games. 120 controls. You can redefine them if you want to. They're 1, 2 and 0. Yeah, we could do... I redefined them before. I preferred OP and A, but anyway, it doesn't really matter a great deal. Now this game, I must admit, is annoying me. I think most of the time I would have stayed on stage 1. Every now and again I would have got off stage. Well, I wouldn't have done. I don't think I would have got off stage 2. The collision detection a little bit iffy. Sometimes it's a little bit kinder than it should be. But I don't like the timer. I don't like the timer sort of like situation at all. It could have done without the timer, so it could have lost that. I think the timer's that white line going down. There we go. I can see it now. Can you see it just above the score in the top left? It's a white line going down. It doesn't give you a great deal of time. That could be a bit more generous. Maybe had it a bit more obvious, like the air supply and Manic Miner along the bottom there. But yeah. I'm not a great fan. It's good seeing it from a historical point of view, but not really one to spend a lot of nostalgia on. But if you had it back in the day and not many other games in your cassette box, it's probably bringing back a few memories. You think, oh my god, is that game Dr. Frankie and the Monster? Frankie, do you remember me? Well, not really. Yes, we were going together way back when, then you left me. Well, I would have left this for quite a few other games, I think. Frankie, do you remember me? Well, do you? If you are Frankie, comment in the comment section below. Not Frankie Howard, though. All Mrs. All no. Titty not. No. Shut up. No. That's Frankie Howard for you. If you don't know who Frankie Howard is, well, you might Google it. It's from what was that program? Claudius, way back when. I think it might have been one of the Carry On films. And I've done it again. Oops, I did it again. Well, I completed the level twice. Don't put the poke on. Right, so I've got a few more lives here this time. I've got 3 lives. Let's see if we can do it. So that's the magenta one. Don't know if we really need to get that. Then the white one. The ghosts seem to follow you a little bit, so maybe you can trick them to going in the direction that you want. Right, so we need to go up the left-hand side and then the right-hand side. The brickwork just goes downwards. It's not like a lift, so you can't get on that to go back the way up. Yeah, I don't think the ghosts can... Well, the ghosts sometimes jump up. They can't get everywhere. That's very close. Right, now this might have a chance of doing this. No, look at the time. I'm not going to do this. He's run out of time again. Very stingy on the old time zone. Oh man, we aim the reviews to be about 10 minutes. I'm struggling with this one, to be honest with you. The green looks a little bit like that Endorian Forest level on Manic Miner. What's that one called? I'm not sure. It's called the Endorian Forest. It's called the something Forest. I should know. I've played it enough. Oh man. Right, he can fall at any distance, but he can't run out of time, and he can't bump into these Pac-Man style ghosts, which I'm sure would prefer to be in a Pac-Man game instead. I would like it to go back to the title screen so you could redefine your keys again if you wanted to. I don't know any reason why it hasn't done that. It's just go after go after go, looping rounds. That's a bit strange. I'd like to see the program, whether that was meant to happen and it's just gone a bit wrong. They've done like return to something or other and return to the wrong line. But, you know, I'm sure it was play tested. Virgin Games, they produced quite a few games, not as many as Ocean, but they was there or thereabouts. Quite a lot of games by them. I think, well, we've, at time of recording, reviewed over 1,100 ZX Spectrum games. Still lots and lots to come to, of course. I do like seeing these ones you might not necessarily have known about. And, of course, there's the big ones as well that everyone's known about. Jet Set Willy, as I mentioned, Manic Miner, Attic Attack, all of those. Right. Oh man, Ye Are Kung Fu. I like games that try something a little bit different. Be interested to see a remake with this, maybe with a bit some smoother controls and make it a bit easier gameplay, maybe. But say about it's not quite working. As a kid, the frustration there would have been a bit high, but a lot of games were quite difficult back then anyway. So you know, stuff moving on the screen, 8-bit stuff. So a bit of nostalgia there for people that liked it, but no real reason to go and see it now. So I hope you like to have a look at that one. That was Dr. Frankie and the Monster on the ZX Spectrum 48K, published by Virgin Games in 1984, $5.95 if you wanted to pay that out of your pocket money. Until next time, take great care of yourself and are very fond. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Border flashes when you die. Border flashes when you die in the game, not in real life. So if a border flashes around you, it might be a coincidence. Oh no, kabiff! Frankie, do you remember me? Well, not really.